Thank you very much, Minister. So what you would have just witnessed was the presentation of vouchers to the seed officers. Apparently, we would have missed St. Mark's. St. Mark's, my apologies to you. We certainly can't afford to omit anyone, but the remaining packages will be delivered to the other seed officers who are not present here today. Well, with that, we come to the end of this morning's post-cabinet press briefing. Minister, any final thoughts or comments you would like to make?
Well, thank you very much, Philomena. And to say to our recipients this morning and the young people who have done us proud at the last CPEA exams, I want to single out especially or make special mention of St. Andrew's Methodist. That school had some challenge prior to sitting the CPEA, and I remember quite a lot was said in the media, and the thought of some folks was asking to move the examination hall, and Minister of Education stood up and said a new environment might pose new challenge for the students. And the report from the engineers indicated that the building was safe and sound. Yes, there was a water tank that collapsed on the compound, but there was no structural damage to the property. And the students went in school and sat the exam and did tremendously well. And I am extremely pleased that with the perseverance and the tenacity of the staff of St. Andrew's Methodist, and of course the church and the PTA and all who work with that school, today they are happy. And as a government, we'll continue to ensure that our school facilities are maintained and maintained at the highest level so that we provide the necessary security for our students. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Senator Garwe. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of this week's post-cabinet press briefing. To all our viewers and listeners, thank you so much for tuning in. To members of the media, thank you as per usual for joining us, and I certainly look forward to your coverage of the stories that would emanate from this morning's post-cabinet press briefing. I am Press Secretary Philomena Roberts.
Every summer, the Spice Island of Grenada is transformed into the Caribbean's biggest party, Spice Man. Coming down to Grenada. Come experience the warmth of our people, trending theme fats, the revelry, the pageantry, and why we are the Jab Nation. The Kids Our Future shines on August 3rd in the Children's Carnival Frolic and the Junior Calypso Show. 7 beauties take center stage as the Queen of Carnival is crowned on majestic Thursday, August 8th. The prestigious Soca and Groovy Monarchs are crowned on Carnival Friday night, August 9th. Enjoy the pulsating rhythms of the Still Pan at the Junior and the Senior Panorama on Carnival Saturday, August 10th, and Real Steel, August 17th. The March Gras crowns the Calypso Monarch on Carnival Sunday, August 11th. 2 days of frolicking in the Caribbean sun kicks off on Monday morning, August 12th, with the biggest juve in the world, followed by pageant and Monday night mass. The creativity and splendor of our mass parades on the road Carnival Tuesday, August 13th. Join us in the Jab Nation of Grenada, August 8th to 12th for Spice Mass 2019. Many events, one carnival.
Stay up to date with all that's happening with the new national party, NNP. Send us a message via text or WhatsApp on 405-8683 with your name, email, and constituency. Stay in the know with NNP. Get updated.
Inside of class. So if you find teachers having problems and you see they catching their ass, please don't have no sympathy, cause all the money end up in blast. Oh, oh, yeah. Now the seed and old age pension are not meeting its real intention. It going to blast, straight to blast. And the pastor now complaining, not enough tithes and offering. It going to blast, Christians in blast. Well, my friends, this ain't no secret. I will be honest with you. The fact of the matter, I have an addiction for blast too. When I see the situations, the same blast does put me in. For the sake of myself and others, on blast I just have to sing. Sometimes I can't even pay the bank or put 1 cent in my gas tank. It go into blast, straight in blast. Can't even pay my children fees. Everything went under siege. It go in blast, straight in blast. So if you find I having problems and you see I catching me ass, please don't have no sympathy, cause all my money end up in blast.
Kaiso. Yeah, man.
Serious Kaiso.
Dancing by just perform on the stage. Yeah, that's got some good music, but you know the performance. Work on the performance.
That's his second
work on the
hit,
performance.
Second hit I've heard from him, man.
Yeah, you come heavy this year, brother. Yeah, you come real heavy this year.
You come with a blast.
Yeah, you come with a blast. Real blast. Folks, it is Hard Talk now, 3 minutes after the hour of 11 o'clock. We're live on 97.5 City Sound FM.
89.5 CRFM.
92.9 Sister Isle FM out there in Carriacou.
And 94.9 We Noise Radio out there in Brooklyn.
Yes.
Good morning.
Indeed. It's second program for the week, but first one that we're in studio. We thought it important to rebroadcast Superintendent's Pair program, the program we did with him yesterday, due to the fact that there are still individuals who are being caught up in some of those money scams that are going around right now. People messaging you like a government minister offering a grant. Yeah. And so, some people getting caught with blasts and some people getting caught with these scams. Yeah, so we have to be very careful. Also, the reminders to be on the lookout for the counterfeit money. The counterfeiters, they have to get rid of all of the counterfeit that they have. And they're going to start dumping it heavily.
Especially the 50.
Yeah. Bus drivers. Yeah, the people that handing you the $100. Yeah, and the $50 and the $20. Be careful.
Very careful.
It's easy to check, though. Generally, as Superintendent Pierre pointed out, they can't get that pass. They can't get their finger, the upraised portion, where there's the letters 100 or 50 or 20. If you pass your finger on it, you can feel the 100. You can feel the 20. You can feel the 50. If the money you have, you can't feel that.
Forget it.
Yeah, most likely fake.
Smooth like candle.
Yeah. Also, you need to check for the different security features, the security thread. Make sure if it's a 50, it has the 50 and it has the turtle there on the silver thread that's going through. So you have to check for those markings. And there are one or two other things you can check for.
Yeah, also you can match up the size.
Yeah.
Always have one there for, just to match them up and see. You will find that the size may be a little bit different to the good one, either a little bit bigger or smaller. And that's one of the ways you can know also. So there are a number of ways, and so that we have to learn and we have to be on the lookout and so forth for these counterfeits, because it's the festive season. Spice Mass has already launched, so you have all sorts of shows. We're going out there and having fun. So the possibility exists that the scam will take root, so we just have to be careful.
Yeah, so folks, just remember the different things. And we did speak to FIU, and when they were here, we told them that it's important that this sort of information be posted in the bus terminals, the supermarkets, and other places that people frequent, the malls and so on. Yeah, that this information is posted, and especially in the bus terminal. You see those, them big thing, and them they ain't only good for leaning up on.
No.
Yeah,
Posters,
put it there.
stickers, yes.
Put it there. Yeah, and get the posters and the flyers and so out with the information about the counterfeit money and also about these online scams.
Yeah. Even get the busmen to organize and perhaps have a poster right on their bus. Just for safety.
Some of them should have a little poster inside telling people. So if you have a poster inside your bus and somebody still try to pass you a counterfeit after you have a poster in your bus, well, you and them.
Work it out. But yeah, so we just have to be on the lookout. And it's a wrong, as you said, we say the festive time, all these things will emerge. The dirty heads will pop up around this time, because that's when we basically put ourselves off guard. We go into that festive mood and we forget a lot of the security things that we have to pay attention to, right? The houses, we leave our houses, open, and so we put our keys anywhere. We don't pay attention to our valuables that we just expose, and so in our vehicles. These are the things that we have to continue, right, to be careful about and safeguard, right?
Yes, indeed. And folks, it's an open line. We did have the post-cabinet press briefing this morning, and the topic for discussion was the voucher program. Yeah, there was also mention of the school book program as well as some other programs there. Now the voucher program extended to the preschool level as well now. Yes. So now preschoolers, for each preschooler you can get $50 for them. Yeah, and it's not a household limit of $50 or a household limit of $100. It's a $100 limit per child. It's a $50 limit per child for the preschoolers, but for as many children in the household, and so each one can receive that little assistance. And some people are trying to say, about just $100, just $50. Yeah, you go say that until you find out. You'll say that until you find out how much you have to get for that and how much you can get for that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Continue to say congratulations to all of the graduates, all of those who are graduating from the various schools. Still can't understand the graduation for the preschoolers. I just feel some other schools like to make parents waste. No, I see it as a waste of money, to be honest with you. I see it as a waste of money. What are the children going to do? Take that certificate when you're applying for a job at the age of 18. You're going to take the preschool certificate and show?
I just have a lot of records and remembrance as to...
Devon, I find it to be a massive waste of parents' money.
It is. And that's where you see...
Massive.
And that's where you see the Parent-Teachers Association, And there are parents who might be complaining and saying about, these things are nothing. But they are going to the PTA and they are not saying anything. They are not... putting their case forward and say, look, why do we have to do that? This does not make sense, Mm-hmm. They're not arguing their case, but they just let it most of the times, either the school and so just ram things down their throat and everything like that. No. That is where the associations and so has to come in and discuss these things, what is needed and what is not needed. Because, the parents, after you do everything during the course of the year, you still have to come around and pay hundreds of dollars just to let your preschooler graduate.
I don't think it makes any sense to me.
It's
I
a
fail to
difficult
see.
thing.
I fail to see the sense in it. Secondary school graduations I can understand. Yes. I can barely understand the primary school, but you're changing one school to another. And it's a big change. I could understand the graduation to an extent, as long as you don't go too exorbitant at the primary school level. But the preschoolers, I'm not against the little children. I have to those age, but.
The recognition is important.
And not only that, I think it's a drain on the economy as well. Because you have parents having to take a day off to go to these preschool graduation. And After you spend all that money over the period of time for your children to the preschool and so, and at the end of it, then you have to go and spend another set of money, you as a parent, to get yourself organized and so, and then to reduce productivity by you staying away from the job on that day for that. Come on, man. I still, I don't know, maybe I'm just not seeing it, and maybe one day somebody could sit me down and say this is where it's at, but I am not seeing the common sense in the preschool graduations. Not seeing it. Not seeing it.
I have to side with you with that one. I mean, it's becoming, difficult for a lot of our parents and so to afford that, right? And sometimes it depends on the amount of children one have in a preschool. Sometimes one family, more than father, may have 2 or 3 children, in preschool. You'll surprise, at least 2. So you have to, let good sense prevail. Recognition, yes. Recognize the children as they leave the preschool, going to primary school and so, but the exuberant and so graduation and that sort of thing, it's, again, it's up to the parents and the teachers and the association. They are the ones because without the parents, this thing can't happen.
Yeah. But I'm glad to see now that because listening to figures there, and contrary to what various people in the opposition would like you to believe, and Mr. Technical Man, the AC control, please. Yeah, because I'm warming up inside here. Yeah, I'm warming up inside here. I'm not seeing it. Yeah, but one of the things, you see, oh, here it is. Yeah, now I've got it. Yeah, no, it's good. Yeah, I was saying that it's good to see the figures that have been put out, because you heard initially a figure of 6,000 people registering under that program. And then the following, you heard 5,000, and then it went down to 4,000. It means that more and more persons have gotten to the level that they do not need that assistance. So it is declining, the amount of people that need it. So far, you have over $7 million has been spent on this program. But you're seeing that as the economic status of individuals improve, that the necessity for them to have to be part of the program is being removed.
Yeah.
So bit by bit, you're seeing that a reduction in the numbers of people who are applying to the program. And that's a good thing.
Very good thing.
That's a good thing. Once you're seeing a decline in that, yeah, it means that less and less people are in need of it. Yeah, but you still have to make provision for those who are in need of it. Yeah.
And then you can see, and it could be because of that, you see that they extend it to the preschool, because perhaps there's more finance available because of persons who were there, thousands of persons were there, and they decide, okay, now I'm much more independent, I can afford, let me come off that. And so that is the way to go. And look, one of the things we have to be mindful of, and the opposition and those naysayers will try to make you feel as if it's a bad thing. Look, the government is providing assistance for our students. It is your money, it's your parents' money. They work hard for it. They pay tax. Right? Enjoy it. Go and utilize it. Be part of it. It is your money. It is not a handout or whatever. No, it's not. It is your money being returned to you in a form that you need when you need it. I mean, I can understand why people continue to look down at persons who are getting government assistance. It is their money, right? They are paying tax. So if the government returning some of that tax money to them to pay for their children's education, then so be it. Understand? And I don't know, but who have eyes, let them see.
Remember, the program is for low and no income. So families with low income earnings and families with no income earnings. So people who are unemployed, but they have their children, it's a means of assisting those people to get their children to school. Yeah. And people who are working, yes, they're working, but their salary scale is so low that they have difficulties in making ends meet. So the program is for them. So you don't expect a person who is working in a financial institution at middle management, who ought to be financially prudent enough and financially stable enough to be able to afford the various bits and pieces for their child to apply to this program. Because you have people that will do it,
Yeah.
They can afford and they apply to the program, and then when they refuse, they go and they cry politics. Oh, it's because my sister, boyfriend, father, brother was a person in the NDC, and that is why it was refused. That's how far they go to extend things, Yeah. Yeah. The girlfriend, father, brother was in the program, was a member of the NDC or activist at the NDC, and that is why there was refused. I mean, come on. At the end of the day, the program is for a certain category of persons, and politics has nothing to do with that. It's low income and no income. And to see that the number of low income and no income persons who are in the program is cycling downward, that's a good thing.
That's
a good thing.
Excellent thing. You know?
Yeah, they also mentioned the school book program. That, again, political activists of the NDC would like you to believe that the school book program doesn't exist again. But up to yesterday, I was at a school and parents were bringing back books and some were collecting books and that sort of thing. Well, at least dropping back. I see some in their hand and they was walking down. I don't think they collect, but they were at least dropping off. Yeah, probably they was going and do something. But they were dropping off the books. And so if there is no school book program, then we're getting these books and them that we seen them with and that kind of thing.
I know my daughter returned a load of books that she had used in Form 4. She had to return it, and she did that.
Yeah. So the book program continues. The only change in the book program has been that the private institutions are not in the program fully. And I put at the end there, fully, in bold letters, because there may be a child whose parents' economic means was okay at the time that they got them into the school and so, and they may be there for the first year, the second year, the parent may be struggling to make it, and an application can be made to the ministry and say, well, look, could this child be considered for that program? It can happen.
It can.
Yeah, so it's not a total barring of the child from the program and that sort of thing.
And then you wouldn't want to really move the child from that institution into another one. That may, interrupt the whole, focus and everything
on
like
top
that.
of that, they try to give the impression that the NDC used to give all the books, like every category of books to children. They used to give all the books, and the parents never used to have to spend a cent after that. And that's not true.
That wasn't true at all.
That's not true. Yeah, it's just like I've been listening to the NDC activists recently trying to spin a statement that was made by Honorable Gregory Boyne in relation to the sale of Gren Lake. When they keep saying, he said, well, only $6 million was paid for Gren Lake, but it was really $11 million that was paid. Honorable Gregory Boyne was very clear. He said, by the time you took into consideration the stupidness that was done by the then NDC administration in the sale of Gren Lake, by basically the government basically having to nearly buy a generator and give back to Gren Lake. By the time you took that into consideration, the value of the sale was only $6 million, not 11, because basically the government had to get a generator. That is what he said. But you see, they like to twist things, and then they have an idiot that's on radio every Sunday right now that thinks he's an authority on all things. I know I'm not an authority on things, so I ask questions of intelligent people and people in the know, and I do my own independent research into things. I'm not a muppet. And we have some media muppets. And you know what a muppet is? It's like one of them puppets and them like your hand up inside it, so you're moving them out and you say anything, but the face is the muppet. We have some media muppets, like that one, who are there, can't make an independent thought that makes sense on their own, and therefore somebody just throws something at them and they take it and they run with it. A media muppet. So apart from the media vagrants, we have the media muppets too. Yeah? Dunce. He was very clear. All you had to do is listen to the man presentation and you could have tell that. But they just pull out that one part, that the sale was 11 and he says 6. He said 6 because when you take that into consideration, that wasn't something that the government gained. That wasn't funds that the government gained. The government buy the generator and give the people.
And give it to them right away.
And that's easy to understand for anybody who come on. Oh, sorry.
Maths.
It's easy for anybody to understand who has common sense. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Sense and always common.
Yeah. Common sense isn't common. That's one thing we sure on. Folks, the phone lines are open. 440-7377. 440-7377.
And 347-329-3101. And good morning to all of you who have joined us on the live, wherever you are this morning.
Hey, we have the fogging schedule. You know, the rains are upon us, and therefore the team there at Vector Control, they've gone into high gear right now. So apart from the work that they've been doing during the dry season, going around and checking on septic tanks and all those sort of things to make sure that the lids are not broken, and all the other work that they've been doing, they've gone now full scale into mosquito eradication. So they'll be in Lotus Lane, Archibald Avenue, the environs of the Botanical Gardens, the Sir Eric Matthew Gary Botanical Gardens, and Lucas Street. So we had to look out for them up here, boy. Yes, so Lucas Street and surrounding areas. All right, so look out for them in Lotus Lane, Archibald Avenue, Sir Eric Matthew Gary Botanical Gardens and environs, and coming up Lucas Street. They'll be there from 5 p.m. doing some fogging this evening. So from 5 p.m., they'll be doing some fogging. And tomorrow, they'll be in, please God, they'll be in Tantine, including the Port of St. George. So the port, all in between them container and them, they'll give them some fog tomorrow, all by them shop and them on the port highway. All you look out for it. All you getting it tomorrow.
All through Angel Lab, Spaniard and all that kind of things. So
Bran, look out for it. You're getting it tomorrow. So if all you know, all you have practice going on right now because Panorama coming up. So we know you have practice going on. So look out for it.
And then Carnival City every Friday night. So
also, the students at T.A. Marisho Community College, those over probably at the GBSS and so on, you all can look out for that. They'll be passing by. They're fogging tomorrow.
Anglican High School. But most of the school, they'll be out anyway. It's only 2 more days. So
that hour they're going to fog is night.
It's night. So
they even have evening classes. Well, at least I don't think there are evening classes going on right now.
It's the end of the term. Final term of the school year.
Okay. And on Thursday, they'll be at the Port of Lansepine, including the boatyard and environs. The Port of Lansepine, including the boatyard and environs, and on each of them, they'll be there from 5 p.m. I'm seeing a message here from Toro.
Toro, stop joking.
Was on one of the Sunday shows, and she wanted to come.
Forget to tell you that.
One of the things that I'm pretty sure you will never see is me invite that nincompoop on to Hard Talk.
I heard I happened to be listening to a part of George Grant, and she was basically begging.
If she's in love with me, I'm not interested.
Well, she's not in love with me, I know.
I'm not interested.
So it's you.
I'm okay. I'm well taken care of. I'm okay. Enter Antonia. I'm well taken care of. I'm not interested. There's another program that I think that you all have that you can go on your program and talk as much as you want. I won't even entertain the thought. So if you're in love with me, I'm not interested. All right? Nice, beautiful.
Oh, she needs that invite. Ma'am, I don't know what to tell you.
Look, you see somebody, understand? What Minister Bowen was saying is the net value of the deal. By the time you take out that part, that's the net value of it. That's easy to understand for the dumbest dummy in Dumbland. Don't mean to be very arrogant about it, but Yes, Tonya, I'm very well taken care of.
Yeah, Tony.
I'm not interested.
Oh boy. Well, me, I ain't saying nothing, so.
440-7377. That's the number for you to call.
And 347-329-3101.
And Devon, I think there's still an issue with the workers on the road, man. Those people doing the patching and so. And I see they're trying their best to do the patching and so. So again, we call on the individuals, and we're not sure which one of the ministries is at fault here. We're not sure which one of the ministries. Watch, Torah was by Smashers Sunday, so behave. We're not sure which one of the ministries this problem is at. But on behalf of those workers, we continue to say it is very important that they receive their pay. We are positive. We know for a fact that the government has the money to pay the asphalt workers. We know for a fact. We know for a fact that the government of Grenada has the money to pay the asphalt workers. The problem is it's being tied up in the bureaucracy, and it's high time that an investigation take place to find out who or whom tying up. Jojo, I correct? Who or whom? Yeah? Who or whom is tying up the paperwork to ensure that these people are paid. You see, it's not a matter of A, B, and C. These people have worked and you just give them their money. But government of Grenada has strict procedures in relation to payments and that sort of thing. For instance, if you have to be paid, if I have to be paid, and I give a bank account, like I don't have a bank account, so I give a bank account of my brother, or I give Devon's bank account, and I say, Devon, when you get paid, you go just pay me. When the government of Grenada is going to pay that individual, and that bank account shows up in the name of somebody else, the payment will be stopped.
Yep.
Yeah? That's how specific that payments are made from the Ministry of Finance, that you can't be paid through a third party. In fact, when persons came into the Imani program, we had many instances of people, when the end of the month came, you had people that were saying, well, I didn't get paid and I didn't get paid and I didn't get paid. And in checking back, what we realized is that some of these young folks did not have a bank account. They didn't have a credit union account or anything like that.
So they put a sister.
Right. So they put a sister name, or they put their mother, or they put their father, or one or two even put girlfriend and boyfriend. They put their bank account and they say, okay, when you get done, we're going to change it over. But then when the Ministry of Finance is sending a payment now to Devon Romain, and instead of Devon Romain, they see that account belongs to Sheldon Scott, they stop the payment because they say, no, well, we're making a payment to the wrong person. Yeah? So they stop it. So all of these things have to be taken into consideration. It's not just paying. You have to have the bank account, the financial information, bank account information, and so on, NIS number, because you must pay NIS. And this information has to be transferred from the relevant ministry over to the Ministry of Finance. And the list of who has to be paid and the amount that they have to be paid. You may have different amounts for different people due to the amount of time that they work and the days that they out and all this sort of thing. So it is a specific something that has to be done, put together in the ministry, passed through the procedure in the ministry, and then sent over to the Ministry of Finance. So whichever part the problem is, we continue to say, on behalf of those workers, sort it now, and let them get their money.
They need their money.
It's unfair to them.
It's ongoing.
You know, it's like a month pass and your court's calling you, the money there to pay you, you know.
The issue is not the cash, the money is there, waiting to be paid.
One thing we sure on is Dr. Mitchell will make sure that the money is there to pay. The money is there to pay you.
So it's somewhere between...
Now you're telling me that Dr. Mitchell had to go through the Ministry of Works to make sure, well, where this thing stick, and then go through the Ministry of Finance to make sure where this thing... People, you're being paid to do a job. Do the job now, man. Pay the people.
That is not good.
I don't want to come down on public workers, but this is nonsense right now. It's stupidness.
And it's hard-working persons that out there trying to ensure that we have safe, good roads and so, all right? And they have been out there fortnights upon fortnights and everything, ensuring that, the maintenance of the road in Grenada is kept.
Yeah, so please, give them their money. It's nonsense now, man. It's above and beyond.
We are appealing. Just stop it. Don't let the paperwork stop. Let it flow from work straight to finance, right? And the money is being paid into their accounts. It can be done. The money is there waiting. It might grow in moss too. Interest and all kind of things.
We know Dr. Mitchell will play that by the 27th of the month. Public workers smiling.
26.
If I only look around and see all public workers smiling, 27th.
26.
According to what, you could follow the 26th and all kind of thing, according to what they're smiling. Yeah, so all your handle, all your business now, man. Make sure them people get their money, all right? Nice. Once again, the phone number 440-7377
and 347-329-3101.
Devon, I was listening to The Point this morning. Good morning, Brenda Batiste. Somebody go tell you I say good morning. Yeah.
The beautiful Brenda Batiste.
Yeah, BBB. Beautiful yes. Brenda Batiste. Morning, sweetheart. I was listening to The Point this morning, and in my mind, it left more questions than answers.
Wow.
I didn't hear the whole thing. I heard only the last few minutes, so maybe I'm taking it out of context. I may have to go back online and listen over the program. But I heard them saying that there was Claudette. Somebody apparently messaged and said, well, what's going on here? Because if this is the standard time for NDC, why is another senior person in the NDC on another program at the same time and therefore taking away from the audience that you're having? And the PRO at the party say he don't know about that. He's the PRO and it's his job to organize the media appearances for the people in the NDC. But he didn't know about that.
Wow.
He has no idea. Doesn't know that she's on another program.
So
Yeah?
She was on Doom? Okay.
Not Doom. She was on GG.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was on GG. Yeah, so I know why. You see, as SS, you have GG, you have BB, you have all kind of thing. And then you have DD, Doom. Yeah, so. But no, what it says though is that there's still a disconnect within there. And even when it came up, the issue of the Facebook page as in the name of Claudette Joseph, the response was interesting. We have a caller.
Good morning and welcome. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Good morning, Sheldon Scott. And good morning, comrade.
Good
morning,
to you,
sir.
my friend.
Devon.
Yes, sir.
How are you guys doing today?
Oh, pretty well. Pretty good.
That's good. You know, it's a good thing Sheldon brought this topic up this morning, you know. I was listening to Brenda this morning, too, with this program. And the topic, somebody asked a question why Claudette is on George Grant and Mr. Roberts is on to the point. But they clarified and say it was a rebroadcast. That's what I get to understand. They say it was a rebroadcast. But the issue is this. If you guys run in an organization and you know that at that slot in time, I will be running a program. So what is the reason for Judge Grant to bring and rebroadcast that particular program at that same time? This is what I want to understand from these guys and them.
Mm-hmm.
Was that a political sabotage? Is that a political infighting that I have to get the airwaves and not you? All right. Is that what it is?
Never a dull moment.
Because it raises a lot of questions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I firmly believe, been around politics for such a while, I believe that there is a lot of political infighting going on right now. Plenty of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So each one now trying to grab as much airwave and attention as possible. So I will do anything to counterattack you if you try to expose yourself too much. Basically, that's what I'm reading from this.
Let me ask you a question, though, as a person who understands politics. Since Mr. Roberts has said clearly that he's interested in the leadership of the NDC, it will also mean he has to contest a seat. What seat do you see him contesting?
The leadership.
No, I mean outside of the leadership of the party, what constituency do you see him trying to attach himself to?
The Northeast.
So you mean they're getting rid of Brother Naz for Chubai?
Yeah, man. Northeast is a dead hospital.
Oh, Lord.
Why? The young people will say, boy, Viagra can't raise the dead, you know. It could only assist, you know.
For a period of time.
Oh, Lord.
But I personally think Brother Burke is out.
Mm-hmm.
He's out. Yeah, they already, I think that he's only for them to bury him now. He's out.
Okay.
According to how I feel and how I hear, you know, they say Bush of Airs and what I hear him, it's like he's done.
Okay.
He will fight back. Trust me, he will fight back, you know. But it's not too much for him. Yeah. Another thing, listen to Mr. Robert. He made a statement that people of the age of 24 years and under, similar to that, not quoting him, but similar to that, only know the Prime Minister, Mitchell, as the leader of the country. Brenda followed up with a question. Who else? And the brother couldn't answer the question. The brother couldn't answer the question. He had to duck and divert to something different than answering, saying something pertaining to the question. So ask yourself the question. Then if there is no one else, then who do you want the people go to as leader of the country? Somebody who they know, somebody as a leader who could lead,
Who they can trust.
and not have fighting to lead the country. Because one of the great mottos says, united we stand and divided we fall. NBC organization today is so politically divided, it would not withstand a 50 man an hour wind force. That's how weak it is. Very, very weak. So I just don't understand that. But again, brothers, as time goes on, as the year ticks on, we will try to find out what the whole situation is. If possible, they could have a convention. Hopefully they may have one. Maybe not. They may not even have one. I don't think they're going to have anyway. So my brothers, have a wonderful afternoon and have a beautiful day.
All right,
Thank you very much.
Take care, boss.
All right.
All right, brother.
All right.
Take care. All right.
You know, he spoke.
Before you go,
Yeah.
we have a caller.
Good morning and welcome.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning,
Morning.
to you, sir.
Sheldon and Devon, morning. I heard you all was mentioning about the road, the maintenance workers.
Mm-hmm.
And it's true, those guys do a really good job, hard work. They work hard, But what I want to say about it, I don't want to talk, I didn't know nothing much about the salary part, but what I want to talk about the work they do. It's true that they do a good job. They try their best in the hot sun to patch up the holes and everything. But at the end of the day, what I really think is that sometimes the work don't last. I think they've been patching and patching for so many years now. So I think we need to resurface some of these roads instead of with patching. Because, for instance, by Decal coming up there, I said this road already been patched, and they're trying to patch. You should have tried. But it don't last by patching, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And also, I have 2 points to make concerning roads in the south of the island. I had called a few months ago concerning Chublu Road. You know, a Compass apartment is there.
Where?
And then you have a greenhouse on your right. After you leave the roundabout going into Chublu, and then you have Jude Bernard House, the third house on your right after Compass. And all the water, not from Jude Bernard, but the two first house from that road, the Compass and the small, all the water from those houses running down into the the road there. And that's what caused all the holes there now, by everyone them there. And this is thing the planning of government, Ministry of Work should have people going around looking at rain. When rain fall, you have them checking drains, looking at how water runs. Because that is what destroying that part of the road going into Chublu there. And if you go further down, there's a iron across the road. They need drain from that Compass apartment to that drain. And they could do a simple slippers drain, but they have to dig the pavement of the people walkway. They must dig there in Compass to control that water. Otherwise, we just spinning top in mud. And for instance, by Bananas there, that whole strip of road in front there is in a mess. And they had patched it a few months when I had called, but it don't last. So I don't know what is happening. And when the road shell up, you see gravel because they're using coal mix. The coal mix now, I think, is the problem. We used to use hot mix before. So that coal mix they take and put on the side of the road, it get hard. It don't last in the road when they do it. So when the road dug up, you see gravels. I wonder where all this gravel, chipstone then coming out, but I realize it's hot mix. It's the coal mix, sorry. And last thing on the road, that road heading up into after Mount Cinnamon where they're doing Tawana Hotel there. People talk about the road a lot. Tourists say they pay money to go to Alinago, La Luna, and look at the condition of the road going up there. I don't know if because they're doing that new hotel, they destroy the road going up that region, but they need to fix those roads. in front of umbrellas, which is my last point. I've been calling about that place many years. You go there, when rain, there is flood. Swimming pool, you can't get around to go in that place. Umbrellas. When it's sun, it's dust. Blowing in people's food and all these things. Not the restaurants part I'm talking about too. Yes, go there. But also people sitting on the beach, dust flying in there. The government just need to throw some stone, cheap stone, gravel like what they do in Port Louis there. Show something on the ground there and you fix all those problems.
All right. Okay, caller. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Enjoy the rest of your day. Now, just to respond to this, one, there is no possible way on God's earth you can expect with the volume of construction that's taking place in the True Blue area that the road going to be good until the vast majority of that construction is over. Also, you very well know that Nawasa has been doing a project in that area over the past year. They've been doing a project there, and you cannot resurface the road until they've seen how the flow of that project is going. You don't want to fix back the road and then you have to break it again because you turn the full pressure on the system and something bursts under the ground and you have to go and dig up the road that you just spent tens of thousands to pave. You have to go and dig up that to go and fix it. So what they usually do is they put a temporary something, at least make it motorable, and then afterwards. And if you're really going in that area regularly, off the top of my head, let me count. True Blue expanded and it's going to be True Blue Bay Resort. They expanded and are going to be expanding a little further. You have that place that's right after the boatyard. If you're going towards Bananas, there's a place that just, to me, just spring up there. I didn't even see that before. Bam, I pass and I just see the building there.
That piece of hill just...
Yeah, the level of the hill and they put up a place there. You're going in more. You go in, you realize that there's construction taking place on the, some complete on the right, on the left, and then on the right-hand side, there's construction taking place there. You have big trucks in and out of there, whole day, every day. You see the massive trucks with the construction, whole day, every day, heading to all parts of the south of the island. You're going by Kawana Bay Resorts. Yes, the road is in a bad state, but it is in a bad state for a reason. How are you going to pave it when there are trucks passing there every 2 minutes? How are you going to pave it?
Just wasting material.
Yeah, and wasting time, wasting money. What you do is you wait until a project, the major project for the area is completed. Yes, there are smaller projects that are taking place and due to take place in the area, but you complete the major projects in the area. And when you've completed those major projects and so, then you proceed to the redoing of the road and so. Because you might do the road now, and then you realize that due to these new projects and so that the carrying capacity of the drainage in the area needs to increase. Because you have to plan when you're doing things. So you can't just say, okay, the road bad and the tourists say this and the tourists say that and so on, you're going to pave it over. Right. You pave it over now, Grenadian taxpayers' money is used for it. Kawana by Kimpton is completed. Yeah. The runoff, because of the increased number of buildings, the runoff now increases in that area, especially when there's rainfall. You don't have enough drainage to deal with it, and you destroy the little piece of road that you just fixed. So sometimes you have to wait until you completed that project, and then you do the road. You do your little patching, and you do a total redo when you've completed. Same with True Blue. And there are more projects coming to the True Blue area again.
Exactly.
So you can do your patching as they do. The patching. And then this nonsense about being on the beach by umbrellas and so. Brother, sand has been blowing there from since Columbus was a sea scout, till now. It's sand. It's a beach. The breeze will blow and these things will pick up and blow. It's a beach. Anywhere in the world you go, go and spray the beach and keep the sand down. Anywhere on the face of the earth that happens.
It's going into a private business. Basically, it's not.
And the thing is that road every now and again, it's graded.
Yeah.
It's graded every now and again. Yeah? But how do you put priority on that road?
You can't.
Over a road where you have 40 residents living or 50 residents living. How do you put priority on that road over a road? Not because just you want to pass there. Yeah, okay, you want to pass and you want to pass comfortable. What about the rest of the Grenadian people? who also pay taxes and who also deserve to have
Good roads.
a good road.
What about those who have to walk out from the house and change shoes before they reach down into the main road because of the footpath? It's full of mud and everything like that. Work has to be done.
Yeah.
Prioritize.
And I've been seeing some stuff being done in the south. I know I saw one in Frequente, I think it is. Yeah, Frequente. I saw a road being done there. Calice, I see a road being there that's 110 feet. In Calice, let me see where else there. Frequente, that road is being done, and one or two other roads that are being done in different parts of the constituency. Yeah, Rome wasn't built in a day. It take a long time to build it. The other approach to about the paving over an entire section of road as opposed to the fixing of potholes and so. The fixing of the potholes is a temporary solution. It's a temporary something. The roads got to this stage because there was a group of people who didn't understand the importance of road maintenance and power before this group came in 2013. That is why the asphalt plant was vandalized to over $1 million worth of damage, was vandalized, and CCC and all the equipment was on a boat heading out of Grenada. Yeah? So it took this government coming back in to at least get the asphalt plant back and operating to a level. And you could never get it back to the level it was at before because it was vandalized so terribly. Yeah? So what you're doing now, you would pave an area. So there's a problem with an area. You send a team out and you try to smooth out that area. It's not a permanent fix, but it's a temporary fix. While you're doing that, you negotiate to get that entire stretch of road, not just that piece, but there might be a piece further up that affecting some people, a piece lower down that affecting people, to get an entire stretch done, because we don't talk about road in inches and so, we talk about feet and miles.
Yep.
When NNP speaking about road, we speak about
miles.
Right, that's how much, when you say we do road in the south, you talk about miles, you talk about road you do in St. Andrew Southeast or St. Andrew Southwest.
Many
You're
miles
speaking
of
about
road.
miles of road. Yeah, we don't speak about feet as such. Yeah, feet in one instance. But miles a road is what we're speaking about. 4407377.
And 347-329-3101.
Yeah. As to the point that, attempted point that was being made by Mr. Roberts earlier today about Dr. Mitchell and all the people under 24 years. Dr. Mitchell didn't take over this country by a gun. And I think that's what some of them fail to realize. He didn't take over this country by a gun. Yeah? No group of individuals came and take over and say that this is the Prime Minister. He didn't come in and take over and say, I'm the Prime Minister. The people of Grenada, I tend to find it's a disrespect to the people of Grenada. Each time people come to you and say, well, oh, the man is Prime Minister, I was Prime Minister too long.
That's what the people want.
You can't tell me that I can't vote for him. That's my constitutional right. If I want him as my Prime Minister and he's offered himself, I have all right as much as I want to vote for him as Prime Minister and not vote for who I don't want. What you want me? You want to tell me that I must vote for who you want just because you find that who I want there too long? That's stupidness.
Basically, who you like, I must like it too.
I don't find that makes sense. To me, that doesn't make any
sense. Me and you will never like the same woman. Can't happen.
No, that's fine.
But definitely. So how, I mean, you cannot tell the Grenadian people who to vote for, who leader for them to follow, right? It is their constitutional right. They choose the best leader to lead them at the point in time. That is important.
Oh, and Prime Minister should be heading out, if he's not gone already, to the heads of government meeting. We have to say that because, when he steps out now, people talking about who pushing who in wheelchair and who in hospital and all sorts of nonsense that we won't even go into details repeating here. But just to say that, we're going to say that he's traveling, yeah? Yes. I'm not sure if it's today he's traveling or if he traveled yesterday evening. I have to check my releases. I didn't really check my releases properly for the day. To find out what day exactly he'll be traveling, but he is traveling. So he's going to the Carriacou heads of government. That always takes place in the first week of July, yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's what's going on, yeah. 4407377. I know I missed a call or two. 4407377.
And 347-329-3101.
Yeah, but as I said, that GBN program this morning was very interesting. I left more questions than answers. Yeah, because even when they were speaking about the Claudette Joseph page for Claudette Joseph for political leader, here it is. You have one of their activists saying, "Well, you're saying I'm Claudette Joseph for political leader, but is the page, who is behind the page?" But you're seeing one pile of NDC activists like the page. They didn't ask that question. I'm talking about senior people in the organization. So I try to understand where they're coming from with that.
I think this organization is so deeply divided, and so it's on the brink of just exploding to that extent that, it's just particles, fragments all over the place. And it's because of their own doing. And that is why the Grenadian people, right, or the majority of the Grenadian people are not paying any interest to them. They cannot lead. They don't have what it takes to run the country, right, to bring benefits to deliver to the people. They have gotten a chance for them to do something for the country, but they defeated their own self. How can the people of Grenada take a chance with a group of persons who do not know their head from their foot, who do not know that the capital of Libya is Tripoli? I understand, and these type of things, who don't himself understand protocol, right? So they have to find themselves in positions like that. And again, Sheldon, you don't wonder why all this infighting. There's so much vacant positions within NDC right now that everybody fighting to take one. And which one you're going for, Sheldon?
Who, me? Nah, I don't interested. I good ready.
Okay.
I good. More than good. Okay. And Antonia, on all fronts, are good. Are good.
Oh my God.
Are good.
Enough of them. They don't deserve much time.
No. Folks, just a reminder to those of you, again, in Lotus Lane, Archibald Avenue and environs, including the Botanical Gardens, Lucas Street, that the fogging crew will be in your area from 5 p.m. This evening. And for those of you in Tantine, including the Port of St. George tomorrow, same time, and on Thursday they'll be heading to Lansapine, including the Boatyard and environs. So be on the lookout. They'll be passing around, of course, giving information, looking for areas where there's stagnant water, and so doing their walk-through during the daytime, and then you'll see them in the evening. They come with the fogging thing. Yeah, they're walking around with the thing, pitching out a lot of smoke and smelling like burnt tire. Yeah, so that'll be taking place, right?
Oh, Sheldon, I must say, I mean, all the congratulations and so have been going out to students from all different schools and so, but I must say a special congratulations to the boys of the Father Madigan Home for Boys, okay, who have been, they have been doing excellent in the academic field. And so I really want to say congratulations to them and members of staff who have been, putting out much to ensure that these boys get a good education. Good morning and welcome.
Brother Sheldon, if you want people to love you, you have to reach out and love people and care for people. I always had a concern for people. And when you look at Dr. Michel is a leader, a prime minister that cares and love people. He not only love people as he get into politics, Dr. Michel love people outside politics. Before he go into politics, he don't mind that demonstrate that love and care for one another. Right? And the Grenadian people have a right to vote for who they want. They vote for the party, the leader that support them and care for them and reach out and help them when they need it. Right? So then, if they have a problem with that, all what they have to do, they have to love people and stop hating people. Because we, the NMP supporters and the party, we love people and care people. Alright? So that is why the people and the young people, the elders, the majority of the Grenadian people will support the NMP party. Because the NMP party is a party that care and love people. If we love the haters who say all kinds of evil things, we still love them. Because you have to win people over with love. You can't win people with hate. Alright? So everyone should you all have water. God bless you.
All right, my
thank
friend.
you.
Have a wonderful day.
All right. And again, we just have about 4 minutes remaining, but we could slip in one more call.
Slip in.
Yeah, 440-7377.
And 347-329-3101.
Yeah, we have enough time. We can slip one more call inside there if it's anything. Yeah, we have enough time to do that. I have to review the guest list for this week to see who will be on with us tomorrow morning, and as well as Thursday and Friday, who will be on with us. But we'll let folks know exactly. Yeah, we will let you know on the day when the person walk in the studio. We will let you know who they with us.
Big surprise.
All right. Hey, and the Soca Monarch preliminaries, they start on Thursday, and they'll be taking place at Carnival City out there on the Tantina Netball Court. So that will be taking place from this to Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and the final one on Sunday. How many preliminaries. I don't have all the details in relation to it, so I'm not sure exactly how many artists, usually over 100 or so, participate. But I don't have the exact figure as to how many will be participating. But Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it's a nice lineup of artists. And so if you want to get a better feel for some of the songs that are out for Spice Mass 2019, you can head on out there. We have a caller.
Good morning and welcome.
Sheldon, can I give you a call right after?
It has to be right after. Okay, no problem. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. It's how much? 150 artists? 115 artists. And out of that, you have to get 10? Yeah, out of that, you have to whittle that down to 10.
So you're talking about for every night you have around 20 plus?
Well, I think the numbers are different on each night. Because I think they're sort of zoned as well too, huh? It's sort of zoned as well. So it's how many?
32 on Tuesday, 31 on Friday.
32, 31.
And 32 Saturday.
32.
And 21 Saturday.
21, yeah.
Okay.
So that's the spread of it. So folks, you can head on out there. I am not sure what the price is. I haven't seen the price of the tickets and so on, but we have tomorrow to let the general public know exactly. And folks, for those of you up there in St. David, remember they have their monthly little lime. Yeah, up there. You can head on out there and check them out up by the constituency office there, the parliamentary constituency office. You can check them out. So they have their usual monthly hangouts up there. Go on and check them out. And then on Saturday as well, you also have the Marquee Breakfast Village. It will be back this Saturday morning. So you can get your breakfast there and lunch as well. So breakfast and lunch, that'll be available this Saturday at the Marquee Village. So folks can head on there and get that. Yeah, they can head on and get that there. All right. So that'll be taking place this Saturday in Marquee at the Marquee Breakfast Village. Right. Folks, that's all the time we have for today. Huh? Yeah, that's all the time we have for today. It's been wonderful being here with you. Yeah, on Hard Talk for yet another day. And in everything you say and do it safe and secure. We want to be speaking to and with you.
And not about you.
Yes, indeed. We are out of here.
Peace.
Farmers and fisher folks benefit from Regional Agricultural Competitiveness Project ARICOM. Welcome back with the news and details on Monday, July 1st, 2019. I am Sherry-Ann Noel. The Ministry of Agriculture is encouraging persons to subject project ideas in response to the current call for proposals under the OECS Regional Agricultural Competitiveness Project. The project is designed to help farmers, fishers, as well as the allied aggregators and agro-processors in Grenada to enhance their access to market and sales. Gregory Del Sol of the Agricom Department within the Ministry of Agriculture confirmed that a number of proposals have already been received. Mr. Del Sol said this project reflects government's commitment to revitalizing the agriculture industry. The project is funded by the government of Grenada through a loan from the World Bank.
This project seeks to support farmers to enhance their access to markets and sales, but to do so, bringing farmers into what we call a productive alliance. Or a cooperative or a cluster, as people might refer to it, where they bring individual farmers or a group of them, a minimum of 10 of them, with what the project refers to as an aggregator. Now, an aggregator could be a farmers organization, a producer organization, cooperative group, cooperative, fishers organization. It could also be a private sector SME person, a trader, wholesaler, trafficker, bringing together farmers to access sales. Now, the Productive Alliance also brings together buyers, brings buyers into the alliance, because one of the things that farmers have an issue with or a problem with is sometimes they plant and there's no market.
The deadline for submission of proposals is August 16th. A sensitization and awareness campaign is ongoing throughout the various agricultural districts to further explain the project.
The government of Grenada is taking the loan from the bank to, I wouldn't say give, but to invest in the agricultural sector.
Okay.
So what the alliances will get is what they will refer to as a matching grant. Now, if it's a farmers organization or cooperative or fishers organization, etc., they will get 80% of their proposed investment up to a ceiling of 120,000 US. Now, that's both for the aggregator, the organization leading the alliance, and there's also support for the individual farmers involved in the alliance. So the farmers will get their support via a voucher program, and the aggregator or the agro-processor will get theirs via a cash transfer. So they obviously have to have some skin in the game, because government is giving you, 8 out of the $10 that you're going to need to carry out your investment.
On conclusion of the call for proposal, Del Sol says an independent committee will review the proposals received and grade accordingly.
Those ideas scoring 70 points or higher, we will then provide support so they could develop fully fleshed out business plans. Those that are like on the margins, we will return it to the applicants with the corrections or the additions that we would want to make to it, and they have a 15-day window to rectify those and send it back to us. Those that really don't make the grade, we obviously will have to
tone them down. The actual goal of the project is to form at least 20 productive alliances or clusters. The project also seeks to support 800 beneficiaries, with a minimum of 25% being women and 25% being youth. The Ministry of Agriculture and Lands is the entity which will lead the implementation of the Agricom project, with the project coordinating unit providing procurement and financial administration support. Foreign Affairs Minister Honorable Peter David has lauded the Organization of American States, OAS, as a vital support base for development grounded innovation. Addressing the recently concluded 49th session of the OAS General Assembly in Colombia, Minister David underscored the positive impact that collective efforts in the multilateral setting can provide. In this regard, and voiced the concern that recent trends have shown that development has lagged behind in the approach towards allocation of resources by the organization.
We realize, however, that there is even more that can be achieved through greater cooperation on the part of member states. There is much that we can learn from each other in order to accelerate our own growth and competitiveness. The OAS is the ideal avenue to achieve this. In this regard, Chair, I want to encourage colleagues to commit to reprioritizing engagement with the development work of the organization in the coming year.
The Foreign Affairs Minister comments followed the presentation of the report of the Council of Integral Development, CIDI, by Her Excellency Yolande Smith, Grenada's ambassador to the United States and permanent representative to the OAS. Ambassador Smith has been chairing that council on Grenada's behalf for the past 6 months. This is the National Report. More news after the break.
Every summer, the Spice Island of Grenada is transformed into the Caribbean's biggest party, Spice Man.
Foreigners from all over coming down to Grenada.
Come experience the warmth of our people, trending theme fats, the revelry, the pageantry, and why we are the Jab Nation. The Kids Our Future shines on August 3rd in the Children's Carnival Frolic and the Junior Calypso Show. 7 beauties take center stage as the Queen of Carnival is crowned on majestic Thursday, August 8th. The prestigious Soca and Groovy Monarchs are crowned on Carnival Friday night, August 9th. Enjoy the pulsating rhythms of the steel pan at the Junior and the Senior Panorama on Carnival Saturday, August 10th, and Real Steel, August 17th. The March Gras crowns the Calypso Monarch on Carnival Sunday, August 11th. 2 days of frolicking in the Caribbean sun kicks off on Monday morning, August 12th, with the biggest juve in the world, followed by pageant and Monday night mass. The creativity and splendor of our mass parades on the road Carnival Tuesday, August 13th. Join us in the Jab Nation of Grenada, August 8th to 12th for Spice Mass 2019. Many events, one carnival.
Welcome back. Fisheries Minister Honorable Alvin Dabrio has commended the Guave Improvement Committee for what he deems another successful fisherman's birthday celebrations in Guave. The June 29 celebration in Guave, also known as the fishing capital of Grenada, saw the exhibition of booths with fish and other seafood products along with arts and craft in celebration of fisherman's birthday. The celebration began with a church service at the St. Peter's RC Church, followed by a procession along the lands onto the Lands Bay, where a brief ceremony was held at which time the boats were blessed.
I also want to extend a hearty thank you to the staff of the Fisheries Division for services rendered to the industry and all the staff at the various fish markets around the islands that serving our fisher folks. Celebrations are used to acknowledge the significant contribution made by fisher folks to food security, provision of high-quality nutrition, poverty alleviation, sustainable livelihoods, and foreign exchange earnings, which are beneficial to us here in Grenada.
And finally, Grand Roy Pan Angels will open Sunday's Pan Expressions at the Tanti Netball Complex with a selection by Rihanna on Faithful. They will be followed by Pan Lovers, Flow Comancheros, Rainbow City All-Stars, New Dimensions, Republic Bank Angel Harps, Suzuki Warriors, and Florida All-Stars. Interim Chair of Grenada Steel Band Association, Victor Ashby, was on hand to witness the draw for positions, and he told members of the media that Sunday's activity will be one not to be missed.
We promise much pan, plenty pan, fulfilling pan. We want the entire pan-loving nation to come join us at the Tanti Netball Court. I say before 5 p.m., but I know you're gonna hear Bram at 5 p.m. And don't miss the first Bram. Don't miss Grand Roy, and don't miss the big Pan Expression Show.
Representative of Republic Bank Angel Harps, Brian Sylvester, and Suzuki Warriors, Michael Robertson, who will be performing in positions 6 and 7 respectively, also made a plea to patrons to come out and support on Sunday evening.
I expect to have a keen competition among the bands. My hope would be that the general public turn out to the event, not just for the soca aspect of it, but for the pan aspect of it, because I can assure you that the bands have been waiting quite some time, because this was a competition that was scheduled earlier in the year and had to be shifted around. So the bands are keenly expecting, anticipating this competition, and most bands have been preparing for quite a while. So it would be of a very high standard.
We have a nice mix of experienced players and students. I would say it's about 50-50, or just slightly over 50 in terms of the school kids. But we are well prepared. We have been preparing for a couple months now. We have also started our junior preparation and our senior preparation. So like Brian says, we're just looking for good, clean, keen competition on the day. We're asking Grenada to come out and support Steel Pan. We know there was a lot of crap and negatives throughout the year last year. But we want to show Grenada that we are united. The steel band movement is together, and PAN is alive and well.
PAN Expressions in 2019 will be twinned with the Day 4 of the Soca quarterfinals on Sunday, July 7th. The PAN Expression is scheduled to begin at 5 p.m. with the participation of 8 of the 10 registered steel bands on the island. With this, we come to the end of the National Report for Monday, July 1st, 2019. On behalf of the entire production team, I am Sharian Noel, thanking you for viewing.